So in today's video, I'll be showing you how you can install an old frontal unit, and in this case it is even one that has been poorly wigged. This hair had quite a number of issues. The wig was poorly constructed and it was way smaller than my client's head, but we needed to figure out a way around and at the same time create something neat. We basically just had to come up with something really presentable for a result. So if this sounds like something you are interested in, you might want to stay till the end of this video so you can see and get familiar with all the necessary steps you should take. And of course, do not forget to subscribe. The first step you always want to take before you install any lace whatsoever is to prep the hairline or the area where you will be installing the frontal or the closure using a cotton wool and spirits. Could be methylated spirit, could be a rubbing alcohol, but ensure that it is something that can take out sweat and dirt. This process goes a long way in making your install come out well, and at the same time it also helps in the overall retention of the frontal. After which, you want to tame your model's natural hairline so it doesn't get in the way when you are working, and for that we'll be using a holding spray. In this case we are using butterfly shadow. You can use got to be, you can use ebony, whichever one works for you. So you use it together with your blow dryer on cool air, and if you do not have someone to hold on to the blow dryer for you while you tame the hairline, you can politely ask your client or your model to hold on to it while you tame the hairline, and then you do it. You spray the holding spray one step at a time. Don't just go about spraying everything and then trying to blow dry. That way you have white cast and you do not want that. So one step at a time. When you spray on a spot, you blow dry, you tame, then you move on to another spot. Now the next step is the glue application process. You can do that first before putting the wig on the head, but I prefer to put the wig on the head first, then lift the lace and apply my glue under so that it will be easy for me to place the lace on top of the glue when I'm done applying the glue. Now your glue application process is another process you do one step at a time, bit by bit. One of the reasons your frontal can come out tacky is if you pour your glue as though you are pouring body lotion on your client's head or your model's head. That way it will be difficult for that glue to clear out on its own, and if it doesn't clear out on its own, it leaves lumps. If your lace is placed on such an application, there is no two ways about it, you're going to get a tacky job. So when next you want to install a frontal as a beginner, apply step by step, bit by bit, just as you will see me do in this video. You would notice that with the way I just applied my glue, the first side I applied my glue had already cleared out. Meaning, with or without using a blow dryer at this point, my glue would still clear out neatly without leaving any white cast. So that's the importance of applying your glue one step at a time, bit by bit, because less is more. So now I'm just going to go in with my blow dryer on cool air, which at this point is now optional because with or without the blow dryer, the glue will clear out. So let's just say we're making use of it out of tradition. Now I'm just going to gently place my lace upon the glue, gently because we do not want ripples, we do not want the lace laying on a part where we do not want it to be. Remember, this wig is way smaller and poorly wigged, so we needed to put in effort in making sure this lace stays exactly where we want it to be. Again, one step at a time. Do not rush your installation process, especially when we're not working with a new frontal. Also, while you're trying to press or place the lace upon the glue, you want to use the tip of your comb to press the lace to the glue. Now, after this step, if it were a new frontal or if it were a wig that fits perfectly, you can go in and cut out excess lace. But because of the condition of the hair, we're going to tie down the band for the first time so that the lace can sit and stick properly to the glue. If you skip this step while installing an old unit and go straight into cutting out the excess lace, you might find it a little bit difficult to have the lace stick properly to the glue. This first band does not need to sit for too long. The band just has to stay for like 5 to 7 minutes and then you take it off. Then during this period, you can start styling the hair. If it's a bouncy hair, you can start sectioning out the hair to start rolling it up. And since we're working with a straight hair, we're just going to go in to start straightening the back part of the hair. Just go ahead and start the styling process while the lace gets familiar with the glue. to style this unit, we'll be needing a heat protectant spray, very important to protect the strands from heat damage. You can use any brand of your choice so long as it is a good brand. Then I'll also be using a hair serum, and this is the brand I'll be using. I'll go ahead and apply them generously upon the hair, then I'll start straightening. Now midway into styling, I have to take out the band and then cut out the excess lace. Remember, we are still yet to cut out the excess lace, so we're just going to be alternating it so that by the time you are done with your installation process, you are also done styling the hair. That way you will still be on time and you won't be rushing the process. Also remember, when cutting out your excess lace, do not cut too close to the hair. You have to leave like a very tiny inch of lace close to the hair because you are melting lace, you're not melting hair. If you cut too close to the hair, it doesn't look good. In fact, it doesn't melt well. And then if you leave too much lace, like too much excess lace, it still won't melt well. So you have to find a way to be in the middle. Don't cut too close to the hair, but at the same time do not leave too much excess lace, because that way the idea of creating an illusion is gone. The lace will be up there in our faces. After cutting out your excess lace, this is the point where you can now reduce density in front by plucking parts of your frontal that looks thick or that still looks thick even after customization. This plucking process on the model or on the client is optional. If you are okay with the plucking, you must have done before this installation process. So the next big step is to make sure that your glue gets to every part of the lace that didn't get glue initially. So use the tail of your comb or a needle to ensure that your glue gets to everywhere so you can properly secure the lace. Once we are sure every part of the lace has been secured with our glue, then we can go in to mold the hairline before we use the melting band again. Now this part is very important, especially if you are not installing a HD frontal. We need to take away the ashiness from the tip of our lace, and to melt this lace we're going to go in first with our lace tint in the client shade or in the model shade. If you skip this process, even your melting spray can't help you, no matter the brand it is. So ensure you go in first with your lace tint in the client shade so that the melting process can be a lot more easier using the melting spray. So now I'm just going to tie back the band after applying the lace tint, then proceed to styling the hair again. This time around I'm going to round off the styling process. When you tie your band, make sure that it is covering the tip of the hairline. Very important. Now this is the point where we'll be using our meltdown spray. So I won't be spraying this directly. I'll be using a brush to apply it onto the hair. But you can see that we've successfully gotten rid of that ashiness from the beginning, right? After applying your melting spray, you must always tie down your band. So I'm taking out my band after it sat for another 5 minutes after the melting spray application. And after that brings us to the end of this tutorial. So if you stay to the end of this video and this video was insightful to you, please do not forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. You can as well turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first to know whenever we post more insightful and well-detailed tutorials like this. We also have online and physical classes available. You can send a WhatsApp DM for more details. Bye guys.